If you're looking to advertise, sponsor, or be a guest on Convo with CINO to talk about your business or event, or you have a powerful story or testimony, email info@convowithcino.com or visit www.convowithcino.com.
Now tune in with your favorite host. It's Convo with Mr. CINO Show. Bring you the latest on the gossip and more. Creating innovative new opportunity. Reliable source to providing info like a news feed. Interviews up close and personal. With high topics, entertainment and how you want it for more. Creative content on a whole different note. Motivating, building up our future with hope. Right here on your #1 show. You hear it first, like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with CINO. You now tune in with your favorite host. Right here on your #1 show. Convo with CINO. You hear it first, here like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with CINO. You now tune in with your favorite host. Right here on your #1 show. Convo with CINO.
Welcome to another fire episode of Convo with CINO. This your man Corey Williams checking in. And today, guys, I got another hot guest for you. And again, before we start, hit that like and subscribe button so you can stay tuned on the latest in everything related to Convo with CINO. But again, guys, we're going to get right into our guests. And so what I want to do, I want to introduce this young lady. And normally I have one card. Today I got two cards, right? Because I got some questions and I know she has some answers. So, our guest today, 23 years old, from Gary, Indiana, a Maryville High School graduate class of 2018 who finished her studies early. At 17, she opened her first store in Maryville, Indiana. She's the founder of the ASW Foundation, Inc. and the newly trademarked I Am Them movement. All right. So, Aaliyah's life was deeply impacted by the tragic loss of her brothers, Anthony and James. These events inspired her to create a legacy of hope and support for others. The I Am Them Hope Youth Center stands as a testament to her vision and commitment. So I met this young lady. Well, I never met her. We just met today. But I've been seeing her all over internet, all over everywhere. You can't really turn on your social media without seeing. Actually, turn on your TV. She's been featured on every news channel you could think of, from Channel 2, from Channel 7 to Channel 5. Wherever there's a TV, she's probably been on it. So I just want to welcome our guest today on Convo with CINO, Aaliyah Stewart. Welcome to the show.
How you doing?
All right. I see you turn it on. Don't let her fool y'all. I'm telling you, she is a trip. So it's nice to finally meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
All right. Well, welcome to Convo with CINO.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. So Aaliyah Stewart, and I got a little confession to make.
Okay, I'm ready to hear.
My middle name is Stewart.
Okay.
So it's Corey Stewart Williams, and I always use the S. And people ask me what the S for. I just make up something, super hot, sexy, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Cedric.
Oh yeah. Sensitive sometimes, right? So, but yeah, that's my family's maiden name. My mother's name is Stewart. Okay. So we might be related. Do we look alike, y'all? Okay, I don't know. So, Aaliyah, tell us a little bit about yourself, and I got some questions, but just go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself briefly. Not those TV questions, because this ain't Channel 2, and I had to put on my suit jacket today for you, though. But so I am in professional mode. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first, give honor to God. My name is Aaliyah Stewart, and I'm the founder of the ASW Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization I started at 14 years old in honor of my two brothers that were killed.
Wow. So, how did you get involved in, so tell us about your foundation and kind of how you sparked that. Or I know it's from your brothers, but what was the process like going through that?
Well, I started my nonprofit in 2014. I was walking into my freshman year of high school, and when I started, I definitely just felt like I didn't have anyone really to relate to as far as siblings or people that had lost loved ones to gun violence. So going to Maryville High School, I really just wanted to create something where people just like me could really fit in and kind of look at and see like it's other people like them.
Yeah. And I'm from Gary, Indiana, and I'm a little older than you. I graduated in 1993.
A lot.
So
CONVO with CINO would like to thank Midwest Custom Print specializes in helping small businesses and corporations' digital and print branding come to life. www.midwestcustomprint.com. You think it, we create it.
So and I know during that time when I was, coming up, I did witness a lot of violence in Gary, which still is violence, but it's like I started to get numb to it. How did that kind of affect you? Did the numbness kick in to you like around violence?
I don't really think that you become numb to it. I definitely think that I lived more of a privileged life in a sense. So gun violence happening for us was very shocking because our mother didn't raise us in an environment like that. So my brother kind of just went back to his friends and to hang with his friends, both of them actually. So for me, I don't think that I adapt or I just become immune to gun violence because it's still like a epidemic that I'm fighting to change.
Yeah, and I just seen something, an article today, I don't know if it was recent, but I seen an article today about how violence is kind of down, because, and it's probably, they really crediting your work for that. How does it feel to kind of be credited for, I know that's what you're doing it for, but how does it feel when the reality of it kicks in to see that your work is starting to really impact people?
I definitely just give all honor back to God. I think you're talking about the capital B article. Okay. Which was definitely great to see, like statistics wise, with Chuck Hughes, and a couple other advocates. It's not just myself, like in the city of Gary, that put in work. It's a list of people that even contribute to me to just making a change with the youth. I definitely think that we push the message of learning yourself. I think that with a lot of people, if they just tap into their own inner being and finding out who they are, it will be a lot of less killings. So that's the message I push, for people to really realize and recognize who they are and why God placed them here. Yeah,
and that's awesome. And thinking about it, my sister was killed. So we got a lot in common, believe it or not. Your shoes are blue, my favorite color, But we have a lot in common. My sister was killed tragically in early 2000. And that was my heart, man. That was my heart. So, and I took that, but I didn't activate like you. You know what I'm saying? So what would you say to people who are facing, situations, and to maybe encourage them to get more involved to try to stop, or just be an advocate for it? What do you have programs set up with your company?
I definitely would say it really starts within. It's a healing process. You have to go through grief. Like the people that killed my brothers, I'm not mad at them. I've actually spoken to one of them before. I've seen him in the store. I've told him I'm proud of him. So it's just a line of grief that you have to go through, and you have to tap in to forgiveness. Forgiveness is really the key to my success. Just having peace within myself and just really being able to know that God took them for a reason, and just not let my brother's death be in vain. I think a lot of times with people, we go through things and people lose people and they blame it and then they let it enable them. And I just decided to not be enabled by my brother's death. So I tried to do something to build something for other people. Through our nonprofit, we do have programs. Our summer program starts June 5th, where we offer therapy through Infinity Counseling and Wellness. So we want kids to really learn how to battle their trauma. Music is sometimes the #1 way for kids really to get through the things that they're going through. So we try to give them avenues to think of positivity.
Man, that's awesome. And I remember you taking me back now. So many. I remember the Boys and Girls Club. You know, that was, you know, kind of like our outlet back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like going to the Boys and Girls Club, the Hudson and Campbell going to work out. So I think just having positive outlets for people to go to is definitely helpful. So what is the the God's plan? So let's talk about God's plan. I mean, I know it is, but what's the driving force behind that, the mission behind that?
So actually, God's plan is like just something I just put on everything, and people are always like, wow, why do you always say that? But I just feel like in life, through my entire story, I think that it's evident that it's God's plan. Like the people that I'm connected to, the people I deal with, I actually got it from Ryan Neal, who's from Maryville, who plays for the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
So I got it from him. So his post will be God made, because people are always like self-made, and I don't think that there's a self-made person. First, you have to be God-made before you could ever be self-made.
Absolutely.
So I took the God, like the made part off of it, and I kind of made it God's plan, because it's just been a list of people that I look at them and I look at their life, and sometimes you just know it's nobody but God's plan.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing too. You know, when everything has two sides. You know, when something bad happens, on the other side of it, you got to find something good. You know, what goes up must come down. So God's plan, and then so I am them hope. So what is the driving force? What's the initiative? And what does really I am them mean? What's your your mission statement of I am them?
Welcome. I'm Corey S. Williams, an executive director at Legal Shield, dedicated to providing families and businesses with affordable access to the expertise of attorneys. But my journey doesn't stop at just legal services. I'm here to empower individuals, transform lives, and shape futures. Get access to a nationwide network of law firms for only $29 a month for you and your family. Go to www.cinolc.com and click Legal Services to sign up today.
I am them.
So I am them means I am my youth, letting them know no matter what you go through or where you come from, you have potential. So as of 2022, we were trademarked and patented, so no one can steal our stuff. So I am them is just basically a strong movement. Hope. Everyone thinks my name is Hope. But it's really Aaliyah, and hope really came from when we first started. Our initiative was called Hope for the Lost, because we wanted to provide hope for the lost youth and things like that. So I took it, and I took Hope, and I took the first letters of the foundation name, which is ASW, and that's how I became Hope ASW.
Okay. And so I discovered you online through LinkedIn a couple years ago, and this was when I was kind of philanthropic. You know, I was in my which I still am. I give to charities and things all the time, but that's how I kind of really started following you, because I seen you posting, and I, you know, sent some money to you. You probably don't remember. You know, you get big money now.
That's insane.
You know, but I sent some money. But again, I love giving. You know, I love giving back, and I love giving to a good cause, and I love to sow on good ground. And I knew what you were doing was good ground. One question: how important is social media to you? Because you do a good job with that. So what's the impact of your social media, and where can we find you at, you know?
I definitely feel like social media is like the heartbeat to a lot of things. I think that people are always like, well, when you do good deeds, you don't have to show it. But for me, I don't show it to like brag on it. I show it more to show what God is doing in my life. So I feel like to never hide the hand of God moving through my life, like working with the kids, and then to encourage somebody else. It's people that I see out, and they might not know my name, but they know like I am them, or they know like I'm that Hope girl, or something like that. It's basically, I post content almost every day. I'm consistent. Every morning I post prayers. Like, I'm consistent. I stay consistent, and that's the thing with social media. You have to stay consistent. Like, it was really hard when I tried to fast from social media, because so many people were reaching out to me like, I'm not getting your posts, like I don't see a prayer today, or something like that. So kind of setting that presence Like people, they look forward to it. Like some people have us set up where they get notifications when we post just to see what we have going on next. So I definitely think that social media is very important for anybody that has a business. You have to be, people always say, well, I'm not internet. I am. I love the internet. It's one of those things that I've been able to grow fertile ground to be able to continue to like push my nonprofit and just to show people. I've had people that have been following me since 2015, and this is 2024, about to be 2025, and they've been following me since the beginning of my journey. And it went from 500 followers to 1,000 to 1,500 to 2,000, and like now we're up to almost 10. So just meeting people, and I love giving people my Instagram. So my Instagram is Hope, HOPE_ASW on all social medias. So I love sharing with people that like I can be anywhere in the world, and I'll just tell people, I won't tell them like who I am at first, but I'll be like, follow me on Instagram.
Yeah. Because Instagram has no limits. Like Facebook, like I had to tell you, like, yeah, I had to tell you, like, can you accept me on Facebook, please? I had
Why would you tell them?
you know,
Why would you tell them?
you know, yeah, she's tapped out on Facebook, y'all. So you got to get in where you fit in, right? But so, you know, my show is about creating innovative new opportunities, and so let's talk about the business part of it, like. In your entrepreneurial background, like, you know, starting a business was it 17? So because before the foundation, that's a nonprofit, but it's still a business. So where did you get your business background from? Like that drive, or what was your motivation behind, you know, just being an entrepreneur?
My mom.
Shout out mom.
My mom's my best friend. I was in 7th grade, and they gave us, at Maryville, we had like special classes. So I had a financial class in 7th grade. I was in 7th or 8th grade. And we were going over the meaning of money. And she asked me like, what did money mean to me? And I used one of my mom's line. I was like, self-preservation is the law of the land. You got to take care of yourself before you take care of others. And the teacher was so confused by it. But I always use that because my mom, my brother wanted to be an entrepreneur. Okay. So my mom opened up a barbershop in honor of him. My mom became a caterer. Like my mom has opened up a boutique. Like she's always just been a person to hustle. And then my dad had One in a Million boxing. He was very prevalent, you know, one of the millionaires that came from Gary. Legally, you know, in one of his ways, you know, but just growing and having those roots. And people always say they see a lot of my dad in me, especially with how I do business. I'm very open-minded and just open to learning different things, and I'm not scared to start over. I'm not scared to fail either. Failing and starting over is like the key to life. Wow.
That's them gems, y'all, the gems. So 17, you get into, you know, have these dreams of, you know, entrepreneur, and then that happens, and then the foundation. So what was it like going from like profit to nonprofit, you know?
So I actually started the nonprofit first.
Okay.
So I started the nonprofit when I was 14. I didn't open up a for-profit business until I was 17, and the transition was horrible, from a nonprofit to a for-profit, basically because I was used to being a giver. So I had kind of set back on doing my nonprofit because I wanted to work with my for-profit business, and we only stayed open 6 months. My parents, my stepmother, my mother, my godmother, my stepfather, and then from like resources that my father had left, my father passed in 2010, they opened up me a storefront. So when I did it, it failed within 6 months, which was fine. I didn't want to do it anymore. So what I did was, someone nominated me for WDB, which is a marketing company in Illinois.
Yes, I like that.
To be Young Entrepreneur of the Year. So I became one of the finalists. And I told myself, I said, if I win this for my nonprofit, I'm closing my for-profit. So I went to the lady at the building. I told her, she was like, well, you can't break your lease. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I was praying. So I ended up winning Young Entrepreneur of the Year. I was $25,000 in cash and prizes. I think it was $15,000 at that time. It's $25,000 now. So the next weekend, I went into the store and I moved all my stuff out in the middle of the night. And from that point, I took my nonprofit serious. We had a successful toy drive in December of 2018, and it was big. You know, the news was there. It was a lot of people there, and just to see the growth of how the children appreciated it, it made me know that I needed to stay in the nonprofit world.
Transform your financial future with creating innovative new opportunities and solutions. CINOs. Specializing in credit repair, we're your ally in enhancing your credit profile and unlocking new possibilities. At CINOs, we understand the intricacies of credit scores and offer expert guidance to rebuild and improve yours. Our dedicated team provides personalized strategies, helping you navigate and overcome credit challenges. Beyond credit repair, we offer business funding, trade line services, LLC setup, and more. But it all starts with a solid credit foundation. Take the first step towards financial empowerment with CINOs. Contact us today and start your journey to a better credit score.
Wow, that's dope. So you just kind of really, you went with the flow. You went where God was really sending you.
God's plan.
God's plan.
Because I tried to go for profit to make money.
Yeah.
And then God had to humble me.
Yeah.
Because at 17 is when I opened the store. So paying $800 and some a month in rent, what I would do to do that now, but right then and there,
exactly.
that was rough for me. And just being fresh, turning 18, and my mom she stood beside me, but she threw me out there to learn. I was not getting up on time. I wasn't opening my store on time. I wasn't staying open. My hours wasn't consistent. So I wasn't even eating healthy, but I was selling healthy products. So a lot of times when we start businesses, our morals don't really line up with what we push out to people. That's why it doesn't succeed.
Yeah, I'm a true advocate of being a product of your product.
Yeah.
You know, because the biggest sale is when you sell yourself. And that makes you go all in. You're a fraud if you doing something that you don't believe in. You're just doing it for money. And I don't think that'll last. I don't think there's any longevity with that. So now foundation is kicked in. You're speaking. So tell us about some of your biggest speaking moments, and like what's that moment that you was just like, I did that. Was it the 25? Was it the first one, or did you start to get better? Like, you know, what was the biggest one that you've probably experienced or felt good about? Or
I think they're all big for me.
Okay.
Anytime I speak, I put it in my mind. Like, if I could talk to God, I can talk to anybody. Good Morning America was great. Receiving an award from Robin Roberts was pretty good. Like, sharing my story that way. Having a relationship with Dwayne Wade's sister and having her like really tap in. But mostly, I like intimate sessions where I got like 5 kids in front of me that are eager to really learn about what I'm doing. That's when I feel like I did that. Like when I talk to like 5 kids and they really feel what I'm, like they feel comfortable. And I don't have to have like the proper speech or be like put together. I'm just that person. I'm just a kid in that moment for them.
And speaking of that, hold on. I gotta do something a little special for you, because you know, you always getting big checks.
Wow.
So this is on behalf of
nice.
CONVO with CINO. It ain't a big check. It ain't $1 million, you know, but
that is
pretty
cute.
soon we're gonna add some zeros to this. But this is on behalf of CONVO with CINO LLC.
We appreciate
And this is for your foundation.
Thank you so much. This is cute.
Thank you.
This is cute.
Yeah. So we do big things here, and you know, we got you a shirt too.
Thank you.
You know, so you know, you can represent CONVO CINO in the building.
Okay, I gotta take a break. I need 2 minute break.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm about to get sensitive. Oh, thank you. I could have worn my shirt today.
Yeah.
It's cool though.
Yeah. But
thank
you
you.
know,
We're gonna steal this right.
Yeah. So I just, you know, I was thinking about, I like to give my guests something to remember me by, and of course I've given to your foundation before, sure. And you know, and I just wanted to keep the momentum going. You know what I'm saying? Because I see you always getting big checks. So
This the best one.
I wanted to be a part of the big check crew.
No one has ever put our logo on a check.
Well, you know, welcome.
That was really cool.
Welcome to CONVO with CINO.
Thank you.
Know, this is what you get. And if you want to be a guest on CONVO with CINO, hit us up. That's right.
Yeah.
www.convocino.com. But so yeah, we just wanted to present that to you. So tell us, I mean, we'll wrap it up, but what other projects or what systems do you have in place for your foundation? Like, where can people come to, get it, and what programs do you have?
So we're located at 1357 Grant, the JMD Plaza. Special thank you to the Discos.
Man, shout out to them.
They have been everything. So we're setting up there, and our grand opening is coming up. We haven't really put our dates together, but we're planning on Anti-Gun Violence Week. But definitely sign your children up. We have STEM coming this summer. We have a graphic designer that's coming in to teach kids how to make shirts, how to print and press. So we're trying to just give kids a safe haven, a safe space. We're lowering the ages to be able to accept children 8 to 13. So instead of last year, we had 5 to 17. So we're kind of making it more intimate so that we can kind of reach more children and be effective.
And that's great. And this is just you just have one location for now?
Yes, but we travel, Yeah,
you travel. Now you were buying a building on Broadway or something before. Is that still in the process, or is that?
I plead the fifth. I'm not answering.
Okay. Because I think you were like renovating something. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So we won't tell these people that.
Yeah.
Not tell them that.
Okay. But so yeah, we're gonna stick to the plaza.
Yeah, just
stick
we're gonna stick to the plaza. You're going too far. Come back.
But that's about the time I was given, But
come back.
So I'm gonna come back. Fast forward.
Ask me what people inspire me. Now,
Gotcha. Okay. So I mean, anything else you want to kind of leave us with, before we wrap up?
I definitely believe that children should leave a legacy and not a reputation. There's some young heavy hitters that are like really making a difference, who've conquered, who've beat odds, and honestly, those are the people that inspire me. And I think that to be an inspiration is more important. Like Teddy Pendergrass' latest greatest inspiration. Yeah, that's like my goal in life, is to inspire somebody else, but really to share the message of God and Christ, and not forcing it on people, and not making them believe in what I believe in, but just making them believe in a higher power. I'm grateful, and I thank you and everyone else that supports. Really, this has been a journey, and the journey keeps growing, and the race is not given to the swift, but those who endure and trust in God. And thank you for trusting, and somebody out there, you just got to keep trusting. You just got to keep holding on and really believing that things are coming together.
Wow, man, that message really gave me chills, and I hope it gives you chills. I hope it really inspires you to do something, because greatness is within us all, and just like Aaliyah said, it's all about God's plan. So look, you've been tuned in to another fire episode of Convo with CINO. This your man Corey Williams. Again, hit like, share that subscribe button, and we'll see you again next time. It's your man Corey Williams. We out.